I just threw away a $35 bottle of vitamins. On purpose. Why? Lab tests showed it had less than half of what the label said. But here's the crazy part. This wasn't some sketchy gas station brand. This was one of the top 3 multivitamin brands in America. You probably have it right now. And it's not alone. 9 other major brands failed the same tests. Some had dangerous heavy metals. Others used fake vitamins your body can't absorb. The FDA? They barely regulate this stuff. In the next 15 minutes, I'm exposing all 10 brands by name. I'll show you the lab results, and I'll tell you exactly what to buy instead. Your health is too important to gamble on. Let's get into it. I need to be honest with you. I used to trust multivitamins completely, just like you probably do. 3 years ago, my dad had a heart scare. Doctors ran tests. His magnesium levels were dangerously low. But here's what didn't make sense. He'd been taking a popular multivitamin every single day for 5 years, a brand you've definitely seen on TV. So I started asking questions. How could he be deficient if he was taking vitamins? That question sent me down a rabbit hole. I've now spent hundreds of hours reading lab reports, FDA warning letters, independent research studies. I've talked to nutritionists, pharmacists, and lab technicians who actually test these products. And what I found made me angry. Here's what we're doing today. I'm exposing 10 major brands that fail basic quality standards. Not sketchy brands. Brands you see at Target, Walmart, and CVS every day. More importantly, I'll show you 3 alternatives that actually work. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just someone who got tired of being lied to. And I have 0 affiliate deals. Not with the brands I'm criticizing, not with the brands I'm recommending. I make nothing if you buy anything I mentioned today. This isn't about being perfect. It's about making smart choices with your money and your health. So let's dive in. Why most multivitamins are designed to fail. Before I name the bad brands, you need to understand why they're bad. Because if you don't know what to look for, you'll just replace one garbage vitamin with another. Here's what's really happening inside that bottle you bought. Most multivitamins use the cheapest forms of vitamins. And your body can't absorb cheap vitamins. Let me show you. See this ingredient? Cyanocobalamin. That's vitamin B12. The label says 1000% of your daily value. Sounds amazing, right? Wrong. Cyanocobalamin is the cheapest form of B12. Studies show your body absorbs only 1% to 2% of this form. 1 to 2%. That means if the label says 1000%, you're actually getting maybe 10% to 20%. The rest? It goes right through you. Into the toilet. You're paying $30 for vitamins you pee out. Here's another example. Magnesium oxide. Super common in cheap multivitamins. Your body absorbs about 4% of it. 4%. Compare that to magnesium glycinate. That's a better form. Your body absorbs about 80% to 90%. Same vitamin. Totally different result. But companies use magnesium oxide because it costs pennies. And they can still claim contains magnesium on the bottle. Now here's where it gets sneaky. You know how some multivitamins list 30, 40, even 50 different ingredients? Sounds impressive. But here's the truth. Most of those ingredients are in amounts so small they do nothing. I call this pixie dust. Companies add tiny amounts of trendy ingredients just to put them on the label. Ashwagandha, turmeric, green tea extract. But the actual amounts? 10 milligrams, 5 milligrams. Research shows you need 500 to 1,000 milligrams for these to work. So why do they do this? Marketing. They want the label to say, with 30 plus superfoods, because it sounds healthy, even though those superfoods are basically decoration. And here's problem number 3. This one's controversial. Synthetic vitamins don't work the same way as vitamins from real food. Your body evolved over millions of years to recognize nutrients from plants and animals, not from a chemistry lab. Think about it like this. An orange doesn't just have vitamin C, it has fiber, other compounds, hundreds of things that work together. When you isolate just the vitamin C in a lab, your body goes, "Wait, what is this?" It's like getting a car engine without the rest of the car. Sure, it's an engine, but it doesn't work the same. Now, I'm not saying synthetic vitamins are useless. Some are fine. But whole food vitamins are generally better absorbed by your body. Okay, now here comes the part that's going to blow your mind. You know those megadose vitamins? The ones that say 5,000% of your daily value? They can actually hurt you. Here's how. When you take massive doses of one vitamin, it can block other vitamins. This is called competitive inhibition. Too much zinc blocks copper. Too much calcium blocks magnesium. So those more is better formulas, they're actually making you deficient in other nutrients. The vitamin industry doesn't want you to know this, because 5,000% daily value sells bottles, but it's destroying your balance. So let me ask you something. How much of what you're taking right now is actually getting absorbed? How much is just expensive pee? And how much might be making things worse? Now that you understand why most multivitamins fail, let's name names. Here are the 10 worst offenders. Trust me, some of these are going to surprise you. The Hall of Shame. Brands that failed the test. All right, let's do this. I'm going through 10 brands that failed testing, got FDA warnings, or use ingredients so cheap they're worthless. And remember, these aren't obscure brands. These are the ones you see everywhere. Let's start with the big three. Centrum, One a Day, and Nature Made. These are the most popular multivitamins in America. You've seen them a million times. But here's what you haven't seen. In 2023, ConsumerLab tested Centrum. They found it had only 68% of the vitamin D listed on the label. 68%. If you think you're getting 1,000 units, you're really getting about 680. But it gets worse. All three brands use the cheapest forms of vitamins. Calcium carbonate? Your body absorbs maybe 20% to 30%. Magnesium oxide? 4%. We already talked about that. Cyanocobalamin for B12? 1 to 2%. And check this out. They contain artificial colors. Red 40, yellow 6, blue 2. Why does a vitamin need to be colored? It doesn't. But these dyes have been linked to hyperactivity in kids. Europe has strict warnings on these. Some countries banned them. But in America, they're in our vitamins. These brands spend millions on advertising, commercials, shelf placements, celebrity endorsements. You know how much they spend on quality ingredients? Almost nothing. Moving on. Next up, Nature's Bounty, Spring Valley, and Equate. These are mostly Walmart brands, and they love using words like natural and pure. But here's the thing. Nature's Bounty got an FDA warning letter in 2019. They were caught distributing supplements with undeclared allergens. That means people with allergies could have had serious reactions, and they had no idea what they were taking. Spring Valley and Equate? Made in facilities with repeated violations. Contamination issues. Mislabeled products. Poor sanitation. The FDA has cited these facilities multiple times. And even though these bottles say natural, the ingredients are identical to Centrum. Same cheap synthetic vitamins. Same poor absorption. They just slap natural on the label because it sounds better. It's marketing. Pure marketing. Don't fall for it. Now these next two? These make me especially mad. VitaFusion and Smarty Pants conventional line. Gummy vitamins. They're everywhere now. And I get it. They taste like candy. They're easy to take. Kids love them. But here's what nobody tells you. A typical VitaFusion gummy has 2 to 4 grams of sugar per gummy. And the serving size is usually 2 gummies. That's 4 to 8 grams of sugar every day, just from your vitamins. For comparison, a Chips Ahoy cookie has about 3.5 grams of sugar. Your healthy vitamin has more sugar than a cookie. But it gets worse. Gummies are made using heat, high heat, and heat destroys fragile nutrients. Vitamin C? Destroyed. Probiotics? Dead. B vitamins? Degraded. And here's the kicker. Gummies can't include certain minerals. No iron, no magnesium, sometimes no calcium. Why? These minerals don't work in gummy form. They make the texture weird or taste terrible. So what are you actually getting? Sugar, gelatin, food coloring, and maybe 50% of the vitamins on the label. If you want candy, just eat candy. At least it's honest. All right, last two. And these are predatory. Melaleuca and Market America. If you've heard of these, you probably know someone who sells them. These are multi-level marketing companies, MLMs. Here's the problem. These vitamins cost $60 to $100 per month. For context, Thorne Research, one of the highest quality brands, costs $30 to $45. So why are MLM vitamins twice as expensive? Because part of your money goes to the person who sold them, and the person above them, and the person above them. It's not about quality. It's about the business model. Market America sells something called isotonics. They claim it has superior absorption because of their proprietary delivery system. Sounds scientific, right? But there are 0 peer-reviewed studies supporting this claim. 0. It's marketing language to justify the high price. You can get the same nutrients from a $20 bottle. Same absorption, same quality. But MLMs rely on salespeople who are paid to make big claims. They're not health experts. They're people trying to make money. Okay, here's the truth bomb. The most expensive multivitamins aren't better. They're just better marketed. Centrum spends more on advertising than on ingredients. An $8 bottle at CVS? About 50 cents goes to actual nutrients. The rest? Marketing, packaging, shelf fees, profit. You're not paying for health, you're paying for commercials. So here's your chart. All 10 brands. Cost per bottle, cost per serving, ingredient quality, third-party testing results. Take a screenshot. Share it. Save it. This is the truth they don't want you to see. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, you just destroyed everything in my cabinet. What am I supposed to take? Don't worry, I've got you. Let me show you 3 brands that actually pass the test. 3 brands that actually pass the test, and how to choose. All right, let's talk solutions. I'm about to recommend 3 brands, but first, I need to say this again. I have 0 financial relationships with these companies. No affiliate links, no sponsorships, nothing. I'm recommending them because they work. That's it. First up, Thorne Research. This is the gold standard. If you want the best, this is it. Here's why Thorne is different. They use forms your body can actually absorb. Methylfolate instead of folic acid. Methylcobalamin instead of Cyanocobalamin. Chelated minerals instead of cheap oxides. Translation? Your body actually absorbs this stuff. They're third-party tested by NSF for sport. That means independent labs verify what's in the bottle matches the label. They're transparent about sourcing. You can see where every ingredient comes from. Cost? $30 to $45 per month. Yes, that's more than Centrum. But you're getting what you pay for. Best for people who are serious about quality and willing to invest. Fair warning. Some people find Thorne hard on the stomach. Take it with food. Start with half the dose for the first week. But once your body adjusts, it's worth it. I switched from Centrum to Thorne about 2 years ago. Within 6 weeks, my energy levels were better. I wasn't crashing at 2 p.m. Then I got my annual blood work. My vitamin D levels finally hit optimal range. After years of taking cheaper supplements. Was it worth the extra $20 per month? Absolutely. Option 2. Pure Encapsulations. This brand is hypoallergenic. That means no gluten, no dairy, no soy, no common allergens. If you have sensitivities or allergies, this is your brand. They use well-absorbed forms of nutrients. Similar quality to Thorn. A lot of functional medicine doctors recommend pure encapsulations. It's what they use in their own clinics. Cost: $35 to $50 per month. Best for people with sensitivities, allergies, or anyone who wants clean supplements. And option 3, Garden of Life, specifically the Vitamin Code line. This is whole food based. The vitamins come from actual foods, not synthetic labs. They include probiotics and enzymes to help absorption. USDA organic, non-GMO verified. Cost: $25 to $40 per month. Best for people who prefer food-based supplements and want something closer to nature. Fair warning, the pills are bigger. You need to take them with food. But if you want whole food nutrition, this is it. Now I know some of you are thinking, $40 a month? I can't afford that. I get it. So here's a budget option. Now Foods, $12 to $18 per month. It's not as sophisticated as Thorn, but it's miles better than Centrum. They use decent forms of vitamins. They're third-party tested. No weird fillers or dyes. If budget is tight, start here. Okay, here's your shopping guide. When you're looking at any multivitamin, check for these things. Number 1, Methylfolate, not folic acid. Number 2, Methylcobalamin, not Cyanocobalamin. Number 3, Chelated minerals. Look for glycinate or citrate after the mineral name. Avoid oxide or carbonate. Number 4, third-party tested. Look for seals from USP, NSF, or ConsumerLab. Number 5, no artificial colors, sweeteners, or unnecessary fillers. Screenshot this. Print it out. Bring it to the store. This alone will save you hundreds of dollars. But here's the thing I really need you to understand. You might not need a multivitamin at all. I know, controversial. But if you eat a varied diet with plenty of vegetables, quality protein, and healthy fats, you're probably fine. Multivitamins should fill specific gaps, not replace food. Think of it like car maintenance. You don't dump random fluids into your engine and hope for the best. You check what's low, then you add what's needed. Same with your body. Get blood work done. Find out what you actually need. Vitamin D, B12, iron, magnesium. Target those specific gaps. Don't just take pills because everyone else is. All right, before we wrap up, I want to give you one final piece of advice. This might save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. How to actually improve your health beyond pills. Okay, real talk. The supplement industry has convinced us we're all broken, that we're all deficient, that we need constant help. But here's what they don't want you to know. 1 cup of spinach has more nutrients than most multivitamins, plus fiber, antioxidants, other compounds that pills can't replicate. Real food is always better than pills. Always. Here's your food-first strategy. Focus on eating real whole foods. If 80% of your diet is vegetables, fruits, quality protein, and healthy fats, that other 20% of processed stuff won't destroy you, and you'll need way less supplementation. This is how humans ate for thousands of years, and we survived just fine. But let's say you do have deficiencies. How do you know? Get blood work. You can get basic blood work for about $99 at most labs. Sometimes your insurance covers it. Test for vitamin D, B12, iron, magnesium. Find out what you specifically need. My friend Sarah was taking $150 a month in supplements. Multivitamin, probiotics, omega-3s, collagen, turmeric, the whole shelf. Then she got blood work. Turns out she was only deficient in 2 things, vitamin D and magnesium. She dropped everything else. Spent $15 a month on those 2. Felt exactly the same. Maybe even better. She saved $1,620 that year. Here's what the supplement industry doesn't want you to hear. Humans thrived for thousands of years without pills. The real crisis isn't vitamin deficiency. It's that we've replaced real food with processed garbage. And then we try to fix it with supplements, We're trying to supplement our way out of a bad diet. And it doesn't work. Fix the food first, supplement second. Look, I'm not telling you to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. But if 80% of what you eat is real, whole food, you're going to be fine. That 20%? Pizza on Friday, ice cream on Sunday, birthday cake. Enjoy it. Live your life. Just make sure most of your diet is feeding your body what it needs. Okay, here's what to do this week. Step 1. Check your current multivitamin label against the criteria I gave you. Step 2. This month, consider getting basic blood work. Vitamin D, B12, iron, magnesium. Step 3. Long-term, focus on eating 5 to 7 servings of colorful vegetables every day. Different colors mean different nutrients. Eat the rainbow. All right, let's wrap this up. You know, at the start of this video, I told you about my dad. How he took vitamins every day for 5 years. Did everything right, and still ended up deficient. That moment changed everything for me. Because it made me realize something important. You're not failing at being healthy. The system is failing you. These companies bet on you not reading labels, not asking questions, just trusting them because they're on TV. But you're here. You watch this whole video. That means you care. You're paying attention. You're taking control. And that matters more than any pill ever will. Here's what I want you to remember. Your health is worth more than an $8 bottle of fake vitamins. If this video helped you see things clearly, hit that like and subscribe button. Share it with someone you love, your mom, your dad, your best friend. Because they deserve the truth too. Drop a comment and tell me what vitamin you're taking right now. I'll help you figure out if it's worth keeping. Your body has been trying to heal itself your whole life. The least you can do is give it real tools to work with. I'll see you in the next one.